Welcome to All Boxing Broadcast.
What's up, boxing fans? Y'all back with Prince of Tomato Can with All Boxing Broadcast. And man, tonight we got a good show. It's all right show. Not too crazy, not too much good news. Well, not too much, but hey, it's good. Work with me. Tonight we're gonna be in the heavyweight division. First off, I want to shout out my guys. I don't know if they're gonna be on tonight or not, but I'm gonna still shout them out. Shout out my dude, Aaron. Um, yep, shot my dude trending up, and hopefully everything's getting better and all right with him. Shout out my dude Paulie. He was sick last week. I think he well now. Hope he will get well. Shout out the whole All Boxing Broadcast panel. Shout out me too, Prince Tomato Can. Don't leave me out. I'm Prince Tomato Can. But tonight we're gonna talk about the I guess we're gonna start into the heavyweight division. Um, and just we're just gonna work our way through and just pretty much just talk about boxing. Okay, so we gonna start with my dude, my boy Usyk, pretty much. All Alexander Usyk. So if you don't remember, Usyk and Tyson Fury had to fight for undisputed. First time there was an undisputed in the heavyweight division in about 20 years, and Usyk came victorious over Tyson Fury. Tyson Egyptian came Fury. So then the other day, per Mike Benson, he put out a report that he got from Mail Sport that well, wait, before I get into that, Usyk vacated I think the WBF to so that Anthony Joshua and Daniel Du Bois could fight, for a belt. So he vacated the IBF World Heavyweight title for them to get back in the mix a little bit. He was undisputed, so he said, "Well, I'm gonna vacate this while I go do my rematch for Tyson Theory." And so he came out of reports that said pretty much. I mean, y'all can read it yourself. I'm just gonna paraphrase it a little bit. He came out and he said he want to, he wouldn't mind doing another rematch uh with Anthony Joshua, a trilogy. He said he wouldn't mind doing a trilogy, after he beat Tyson Fury if he becomes victorious on that night. So it had me to thinking. It had me to thinking, what if, and we always gotta ask what if, especially in the heavyweight division and in the sport of boxing, you always gotta ask what if because man, the heavyweight division. First off, the heavyweight division, some more other divisions too, but the heavyweight division is cracking right now, man. It's been cracking for the last couple of years. I want to say. I don't want to give it too much time or take away any time, but the heavyweight division. I'm talking. When I mean by cracking like the old school, I'm saying you got these champions beating each other, man. They fighting, and it's crazy. He beat him, he beat him, he beat him, he beat him. It's crazy. What do I know? I'm just a tomato can. So it had me thinking. Speaking of, he beat him, he beat him, he beat him. It had me thinking. We had uh Usyk versus Daniel Du Bois, and a lot of people was saying how they felt like Daniel Du Bois got robbed from that fight. He dropped music. They called it a low blow. If anybody, if you don't remember, whatever. But so, I mean, I'm not here to say who won that fight. That's in the past. Usyk won the fight. He went on to fight another fight, got a belt. I mean, became undisputed, all that good stuff. So, hey, that's history. That's in the past. But I said all that to say, okay, so we got Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Du Bois going up. Usyk done beat both of them, but he beat Anthony Joshua twice already. So in my little mind, in my little tomato can mind, I started thinking, what if my boy Daniel Du Bois wins? What if Daniel Du Bois become victorious on Anthony Joshua? Wouldn't that be a fight that we want to see versus a trilogy of a guy done beat the guy twice? I mean, hey, whatever. It's good for boxing, I guess. They keep fighting, whatever. That's good. But I would rather see Daniel Dubois versus Usyk again. I would rather see my boy Triple D, and then maybe, just maybe, just maybe, I'm just a tomato can. I'm thinking maybe we could get Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. But what do I know? I'm just a tomato can. So what if it plays out? See, and that's why I'm like in the heavyweight division right now, man. The heavyweight division is going crazy. Everybody beating everybody. It's not as one sided as it look, man. You might think this guy right here gonna win, like he got it, and then next thing you know, this guy pull it off, man. But what do I know? I'm just a tomato can. And hey, man. Oh, one more thing. Feel free to subscribe to the page if you haven't subscribed yet. Okay, I got my boy trending up and coming in the house. Uh, and you ready? And we'll talk about it some more. I'm gonna bring my boy in. You coming? You ready? Okay, my boy coming in. Hold on, give me 5 seconds. Brian. Uh,
Welcome
bring
to
my
All
boy.
Boxing Broadcast.
Hey, welcome to All Boxing Broadcast. Y'all know what it
What's
is.
up, my brother? What's up? Welcome to the channel. Well, not welcome to the channel, like this is your channel too. I'm saying, welcome in, man. Hey, man, how you been? How you doing? How you doing?
Man, life been life, but we gotta keep pushing on, you know what I'm saying? Can't let life get you. You know what I'm saying? So everybody out there dealing with stuff, keep pushing on. You got greater things to achieve in life. You know what I'm saying? It get tough, it
Yes,
get
sir.
hard. Keep pushing on. But let's get back to boxing. What we talking
Okay,
about? What
my
we
bad.
on right now?
Okay. I don't get mad because I'm concerned about you, but okay, we can get back to boxing. All right, we can make boxing. So, for trending up, and then like for everybody else who just joined, like right now, we'll run it back a little bit. I was just talking about how my boy. Okay, we know Usyk became. Oops, wrong one. We know my boy Usyk became the first undisputed heavyweight in about 20 years.
Right, right.
And then he vacated the IBF belt so that uh, Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois could fight for a belt. I'm about to take it off, so be careful, all right? I'm about to switch it up. and then, uh, and then, so did my boy Usyk came out per Michael Benson, and he shared it from Nail Sport on Twitter, and he pretty much said that he's open to a trilogy with with Anthony Joshua if Anthony Joshua become victorious over Daniel Dubois. So I'm about to flip it. So I was thinking, what if because we all remember the fight with Daniel Dubois and Usyk
Good shit.
when
Yep.
when Daniel Dubois, it was arguably dropped down, and they called it a low blow, and everybody felt like he got robbed. But hey, like I say, that's history. That's in the past. We gonna go in the president, and I mean the present and the future. So what if my boy Daniel Dubois win this fight? Can we get a rematch? Because that'll be only a second fight. I think that'll be more better than a trilogy, in my opinion. But I'm just a tomato can. I'm about to take the picture off if you're okay.
Nah, go ahead.
Okay. So how you feel about that?
Listen, man. I would really love Dane Du Bois to win this fight. First of all, let me commend Alexander Usyk for this move, for allowing himself to let two top fighters fight for the championship, and he's willing. One second, he's willing to re-challenge either to become undisputed or allow them to become undisputed. This is what makes boxing great and what makes champions great. No knock on
Oh,
no other boxer that done held belts
I
for a
love
long time. 'Cause we know some boxers grab that undisputed and hold on to them belts. It's a lot. It's a bunch of them. So we ain't like
It's a
I ain't
bunch.
naming no names, right?
So we ain't picking on nobody. It's a
We
bunch.
ain't picking on nobody. But this is very commendable because this is what is going to sell fights.
I agree. I agree.
This is what he's definitely saying that after Fury, and he said he's going to beat Fury in that. I seen that message, right? He said after we beat him for the second time, and I believe this is gonna happen. I don't, I haven't seen Fury do anything that can challenge, especially once I seen him the first time. I'm like, what can he do? What gain more weight? Try to do him like he did Deontay Wilder? It's not gonna work. You're gonna be slow, and he really gonna. I feel like use his speed against him.
Okay.
Yes, I do feel like it'll make that much difference in speed to where Fury will be too slow. But I do like I said, getting back to what I was saying, that this is very commendable, and this is how boxing should be. You know, um, so that's besides him, who else is undisputed? Well, we
But
getting ready to see. But see, he's had the belts. He got the undisputed, and I think that's what should happen when you become undisputed. You do your rematches, or maybe take on 2 or 3 fights, and then let one of the belts go to get a good challenger. I think that's a good model to pattern or to look at for future undisputed champions.
okay. I
Because then,
like that too.
because then if you don't have a good mandatory, I mean, like, and I can't blame Canelo for not wanting to fight William Skull. Because I mean, I'm a fan. I'm not a diehard of boxing, but I don't know nothing about William Skull, and I don't think that would have been a good fight. I don't think it would have been a money fight, a money Canelo fight. I don't think it was a legacy fight for Canelo, where he lost the IBF championship belt. And
Yeah.
well, I think he let it go. I'm not gonna say where he lost it, where he let it go, and now somebody else can go and claim that belt and then fight Canelo for undisputed.
Yeah. Yeah. I
You
like
know,
that too. So, but
two
then
or three
I guess
fights
that.
after undisputed, and then you let one go, and then go collect your belt, go get it back. Let one go, let them earn the belt. Like the situation with Dane the Boys, and it's two top talented heavyweights too. That's the number one thing.
Yeah.
Two
Yes.
top talented. It's probably in the top, both of them in the top 5 or 4 should be,
Mm-hmm. Let me see. I can check it real fast, but you're right. Yes, yeah. By far.
especially with the work they've been putting on lately.
Yes, sir. So, but who would you? How would you see the fight going though? While I look this up, how would you see? Who would you think become victorious? Anthony Joshua or Daniel Du Bois? Um,
Ooh, well,
you know,
due to
oh shoot,
rec- recent fights, man, I'm gonna say 50-50, man. Both of the boys on the
50?
tie rate or the tail right now. Both of them getting knockouts and or either brutalizing the opponents. So I would
Mhm.
definitely like to say it's a 50-50 fight right now for me. And but we'll see. We that's one that we got to see happen. That's one that we got
Gotcha.
that I definitely got to see make happen. You know what I mean?
Okay, Anthony Joshua number two in the world, and
Uh-huh.
Tyson Theory number four in the world, and Daniel Du Bois is number five.
Like I said,
So
top 4, top 5.
yeah, yes sir, nice, nice,
And
nice.
and
I like that.
arguably top 4, top 5.
Yeah. So that's what's up, dude.
Because if Tyson Fury
Hey,
lose again, that puts him out of the top 5, but they actually in top 3.
yeah, Edric Cabello is number three. 25 wins, 17 knockouts, no losses. So he's from Germany. Yeah, he was a nice heavyweight too. Yeah, hey, I want to see him get in the mix. But hey man, how was you liking like the way? Oh yeah, Martin
Uh-oh.
Bacoli.
What he got Bacoli at?
He's number 6.
As he
He's
should.
number 6, and that's what I was gonna say. See, the heavyweight division is. I want to just piggyback off of what you just said earlier about how that this is how boxing's supposed to be. You know, you said a lot with that, and just by them fighting each other, man. Like we go through all these guys' resumes, all of them don't whip each other ass. All of them. Uh, so, hey, boxing the heavyweight division, and I think welterweight division, if I'm not mistaken, right now I could be wrong because I'm just American, but they whooping each other ass. Everybody beating everybody, and that's what I like. It. Everybody fighting everybody. Everybody whooping each other ass. You know.
Right.
So
Good matches.
so
Nobody
yeah,
hold the rank. Nobody hold the rank without earning it.
Yes, yes, I agree with that 100%. But how do you feel about the landscape of the heavyweight division nowadays? Like, just touching on that, just like Martin Bacoli beat my boy Big
Jared
Daddy
Anderson,
Anderson.
Jared Big
Yeah,
Anderson. Well, I mean, I say it like this. They say he was one of the most uh duck boxers. I would definitely say I see why.
yes, yes, I agree. I
Because
agree,
Jared
and
Anderson was landing some great punches and combos on him. Body blows. He wasn't just focused on the head. He was really doing his best, but when that man touched you, it hurt. It looked like it hurt.
yeah,
So he just broke him down, really. That's all he really did was just break him down. He big and strong. Like, I mean, you know, that man has a chance to become champion.
yes,
You know,
yes.
and I like to see him
Um,
have a chance. I would
okay.
definitely like to see him have a chance. I feel like everybody who's about to get a title chance in the heavyweight division deserved it. Just say that.
I like that.
The
I like
rematch with
that.
Tyson Fury, the what it was, WBO belt or was it IBF, right?
IBL, yes, sir.
So IBF been pulling belts lately. The IBF is being given, decided between Daniel Du Bois and AJ. I like that. I feel like that's deserving. I'm not saying Martin Bacoli is not deserving, but we've seen
Yeah,
and them boys have put in the work and they've shown that they can, put on a good show. And I think that Bacoli is next up at somewhere in the mix to that. You know what I mean?
I like
Um,
that too.
what if he goes and I don't know if this is what you call it, but unify with another because I think he just won the to be able to challenge for the WBO from Jerry Anderson. He won the intern for WBO from Jerry Anderson. And
Oh,
what
okay.
what if because he just won a little belt? I mean not a belt, not a little belt. He a big guy. I can't tell him nothing. Ain't nothing little about that dude.
You just want a little bit, you know how now you got your little, now you got your little, now you got your little belt. You think you all that?
Nah, he all that until
I like
proven
that.
guilty. He innocent.
Yeah, I like that. But I know what you mean. I know you would call the man belt like the little belt, like I
Right,
got
right,
you.
right, 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 right.
But yeah, of course.
But
But what you
I
saying
feel
though?
like he
Yeah.
next up. You know what I'm saying? He get him a couple fights or a good fight in between before the unification, before the other next undisputed match, and he might can unify like I said, with another person with a regular belt. Not the not the super belt.
Oh, I get what you're saying now. Okay, I get
Right.
what you're saying.
So when it's his time, who can say he ain't ready? And that might
I like
come with the
that.
next what? 2020, in the 2025, beginning of 2026. That's not long to wait.
Uh, that's not long. Especially if he stay active. And, yeah, I like that. I like that. I don't see that. I don't see that they won a belt though that night. Because the let me see, and maybe they didn't update it yet, but for the WBO Global is Judas Honey, and then the WBO intern is Joseph Parker, and
Mm,
Daniel Du Bois got the IBF intern. And those the Mickey Mouse belts, but
right.
uh,
So
WBF.
maybe he could take
Yeah.
on if Joseph Parker is bold enough for that challenge. I'd like to see that.
Oh yeah, yeah. But hey, you get something done here.
Well, that's what that should be his mission to go get an intern belt or a regular belt so that he can fight for undisputed.
And then you got to think about this too. Now we can't just walk over the fact that I know a lot of us feel strong based on. I'm gonna piggyback off what you said again earlier when you say Tyson Fury. I mean, my boy Usyk. We feel like he got Tyson Fury number, so we feel like he's just going. But we can't just count Tyson Fury out, But what do I do? I'll just tomato can. So I'll say that to say this: if you give him a rematch, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have to give each other another rematch. It's gonna have to be a trilogy. If it'll be 1-1, and then while that's going on, the boys gotta find something to do. So yeah, I like that. You're right. Now let's fight Parker. Now let's fight. You know what I'm saying?
Zane.
Who else? Zane. Yeah. Ooh, Big Bang crazy. But yeah, yeah. I like that. And then now you were Big Bang. Oh, you talk about Bacoli right now, because Big Bang did my boy bad. Um, my boy Daniel the boy bad. Yeah, he did my boy bad. Let me see. No, Joe Joyce did my boy bad. I'm tripping. The Juggernaut. He'll probably have to fight the Juggernaut. But yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
Bacoli could fight any one of them.
it's a lot of good fights out there for him right now while waiting on a championship fight.
That's crazy. That's crazy the amount of fighters there is. And it's crazy because we try to look at this fighter accomplishment, that fighter accomplishment, but this fighter might not ever be able to fight for a world champion due to just him being signed with the wrong company. It's just so many fighters, man. Like, let me see.
And then we gotta understand this too because there's a lot of people been called ducks, right? And
Yeah,
this time I do understand. And I'm not bringing up no names of fighters because I just want to get this understanding. A lot of fighters are under contract with promoters,
yes,
and promoters, if they not don't have their own promotion company, or until they do, they can only fight who the promotion company agrees for them to fight. So if a promotion company feels like it's not good for, I'm just throwing out some stuff so it will never happen. Prime Tank to fight Prime Mayweather. It's never going to happen
yeah,
until whoever has promoter says no. They get from under that promotion to get with somebody that's going to say yes.
yeah, yeah. I agree. I
Unless
agree.
the fighter has full fight control, say yes or no. This is something that I feel like we need to understand about the duck thing. Not everybody is a duck. If
Yeah.
Canelo is signed to PBC, who Canelo signed to?
Who you see?
Okay, so Canelo signed to Golden Boy, and Oscar De La Hoya say no to a fight. It is what it is. They control the promotions and how fights go, unless he
100.
has something in his contract that says the fighter has full control of fights. So
100.
let's actually think about who and what was what going on, and was it the promoter fault or fighter fault? And most majority of the time we're gonna see us on the promoters.
I agree. I agree with you. I agree. But yeah, that's crazy, man. And but so back to that, it's 1,479 heavyweights in the world, active pro heavyweights in the world. 1,479. So just think about
79?
So just think about some of these guys that we probably never saw. Think about some of these guys that you know what I'm saying. They might not ever get a championship title fight. It's 14, and then look, these fighters only fighting with a heavyweight fighting like once or maybe two times a year. You can't go through no. They not even go through 100 heavyweights. You know what I'm saying in their career. Like so, yeah, that's crazy. Wow. 1,479. He got 27 heavyweights in his country, Yusuf.
Mm.
27. So you look at that, he got 27. That's crazy by itself. That's how many heavyweights you would think it is because that's about how many be talked about, being good, being promoted good, being put on good fights, going up against the belts, and all that good stuff. What do I know? I'm just a tomato can. Um, let's see. Well, I don't know if you had something else you want to say on that note.
Nah, but I think that's good for boxing. What Usyk is doing or allowing to happen by letting them two fight, two top fighters. Hey, it's good for boxing. Let's see what happens in the Usyk fight. Hopefully, Usyk, how I see it, predicting it to happen, Usyk becomes victorious. No trilogy. We move on to another undisputed championship fight, and then we figure out what happens from there. Because
Yeah,
depending on the fight, say the Dane DeBose AJ fight comes down to a last 12 round split decision, right? And it's a close fight. Why wouldn't both of those guys get a chance at undisputed?
yeah,
Because both of those, I'm
yeah.
telling you, both of those guys is on the tear right now.
I agree. I agree with you 100%. Man, everything going crazy. All of the dang the whole boxing going crazy, man. We got my boy. I want to step into, if you don't mind. I was gonna go into my boy Jamal Charlo weight division, but I think I'm gonna skip that for a minute because I just want to but I want to go
What,
down here to
what weight
the
division
Welsh.
Charlo in?
This one right here is in middleweight.
154?
Jamal, yeah, Jamal in middleweight, and
Mm-hmm.
where the fuck Jamil at? Jamil in super. I forget where Jamil at. How could I forget that? That's my dude.
Listen,
Oh,
bro,
super
that
welter.
154 division right now.
Oh yeah, Jermel is super welter. I'm tripping. How do I not know that? What's wrong with me? But what you say now is what?
I said that 154 right now is banging now.
Yes. And my bad. This is the so Jermel in 154. He's in 154 with where Bud just moved up at, and he's number 4 right now. And Jamal is at 160, 164, whatever they. Oh, here it'd be different, but yeah. Where the fuck? Middle. Yeah,
You
and
said
Jamal in
160?
middle. Hold on, let me make sure, man. 160, 164. Where my boy at, man? I don't believe this. Yeah, 160. How do I know that? I'm glad, and that's why I be keeping my thing right here just to make sure sometimes because I forget too. But yeah, so that super welter and that welter, 154 and 147, bro. That's I think that's the one. Man, they is cracking. The welter and super welter is cracking. We got we just okay. So my boy. Okay, Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford moved up from welterweight. That was just in the news too. Also, he just vacated the welterweight. So he another person that did what Usyk did. He vacated the WBO world so that, and now Brian Norman Jr. is elevated to the WBO world champion, and talks to probably fight your boy Teofimo Lopez coming up from super lightweight 140. He should be coming up for 140 to fight him. I guess there are talks. Last I heard, Teofimo said that that was about to happen, and he said he didn't turn it down yet. First, they say he turned it down, then he came at the fight, I think the Bud fight, and he was like, no, 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 he's about to get elevated, and then, you know, so, uh, yeah, that's a good one. What else it was? I troll Teofimo Lopez a lot. I think a lot more than I probably should. Uh, how do you how do you see him, and not even just with Brian Norman, but how do you see him going up to a welter after his performance at 140? His last performance at 140. How do you see him
I don't like
going
it.
up to?
I don't like it.
Dang,
Straight
dang,
up.
DMX.
Yeah, man. I don't like it. Even if
Okay,
you went 12 rounds, you didn't show dominance in that fight.
okay, okay. I can respect that. He did show too much dominance. And in terms of dominance, what do you mean? Like, because I felt he outboxed him pretty good. I felt he outboxed him pretty good. But I'm just a Dominican fan. But what do you
Right?
like? You want
I wasn't looking for the knockout. You know, I feel like he touched
to?
him up, but I feel like going up in weight with that type of performance, I wanted to see more from T.O. Once his footwork get back in
Okay.
sync like he was. He was inactive for some time, and I want to see him be active and then move up. Not one fight,
Oh,
but you know what I mean.
oh, so you thinking? And I want to get on that, man. Oh, you be beyond the future a little bit. So let me rewind a little bit. Let me touch on what you just said. I get on that because I want to get on that. Um, so I want to agree with you first off, just by saying, um, for how clean he was landing, it should have been a knockout. And how many clean punches, I don't think he had the power for 140. And then now he's saying, and like you say, I'm piggybacking off of you. And now you want to go to a whole nother weight class, and you didn't even show any power or anything at the weight class below. And I said all that to say maybe he should have stayed there and fight some of the super lightweight. And
He's
if so,
yeah.
why didn't?
Go
Why
undisputed.
didn't?
Show some dominance. At
At
least
least
unified, man.
unify. I'm
Make
with
it
you.
worthwhile.
I'm with you. I'm with you more
Make
than
it
you know.
worthwhile. Make
I
I mean,
agree.
if you're chasing legacy, let's do it. You're a champ. Fight another champ. Show that you dominant. You could be dominant. You were dominant at that level, and go up. I understand you defended your belt. I understand that. We seen Matias try to defend his belt and lost. You know what I mean? So I mean, a few guys lost. We got a few new champions. Show that
Yeah.
you the longest standing, dominate fight one of the ones that just became a champion. I mean, where's Devin Haney? Anybody know when Devin Haney at? No.
You couldn't resist it.
That's
I
so.
see.
I mean, that's his weight class. What you want me to
That's his
do? Do
weight
you want
class.
me to not call out? No. Pull. I think if Royal don't get to fight, if he really want to fight with Tank, and they can fight. If he don't get that fight, he should fight Puyo.
Okay.
And that'll be a build up for a bigger fight with the winner between Devin Haney and Tio. I like good fights. You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
I want to see champs fight champs. I want to see unification. I feel like that actually builds legacy. Devin Haney has been undisputed before. I feel like he should try to do it again. Don't I mean if you want to move up, cool. I got it. I understand. I mean he's champion recess. If he chooses to fight for his belt, he can get it back. But what if you try to go and move up? What is that? You know what I'm saying? But I would prefer for him to fight somebody like T.O. Get your lick back, bro.
I
Get
see.
your
I
lick back,
agree.
bro. In good fashion. Show people who
And,
Devin Haney is. For
and
real.
now, so you just made
That
me
way,
go to.
that way people won't say he cherry picked. He went
Mhm.
for the top contender.
You made me go down here to you made me pull up the boxing scene. A lot I don't really like to use boxing scene because it don't update as fast as other sites and everything. But I'm just using boxing scene just for the WBO ranking right now and what they have on there. And for Teofimo holding the WBO belt, number one contender was Arnold Barbosa. Um, Number two, Jack Catterall. Number three, Richard Hitchison. Number four, Jose Carlos Ramirez. Number five, Sandor Martin. And I just stopped there. I just go with the top five. And when I saw that, because I just kind of looked at it again today, and I was just like, wait a minute, man. What made you fight one fight at 140, get the belt, and run? You're the takeover. You like to take over divisions by being undisputed, at least unified, like we just said. And so why not either fight one of these guys, or like you said, fight one of the and try to unify. So yeah, I just want to just bring that to your attention. Was he running from one of them guys like Arnold Barbosa, uh, and stuff like that? Was he running? Is he ducking? Is he ducking? Richard
Hey,
Hitchison?
I would like to see T.O. if T.O. don't unify with anybody, get old school fight.
Whoa, that'd be dope. Old
And they
school.
can't
I
say he
think he
cherry
should.
picking.
I like that. Old school gonna put his ass to sleep. I'm
Come on,
sorry,
yo.
I didn't mean to do that, but old school ain't playing with them. Old school ain't playing with none of them. Y'all better leave old school alone. Let old school get his rest. Old school come fighting like somebody don't disturb him for his nap. I'm telling y'all. So I rock with old school. But yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Like the super lightweight crazy. Well, the welterweight, super welterweight, they cracking, man. Then we got my boy. Now you know my one of my favorite welterweights. My favorite welterweight. Everybody know my favorite welterweight is Michael Williams Jr. Uh and I'll talk about him a little later because he got a fight coming up. But my and I don't like where he ranked that on these bot rate either. So I'm gonna share some light to that later. But I'm gonna just get back into this. Like so, with Mario Barrios, one of my favorite welterweight. My boy Boots, one of my favorite welterweight. Terrence Crawford moved up. Brian Norman, one of my favorite welterweights. And I know it's more and I don't like to. That's why I don't like to name names because then I start forgetting. But my boy Mario Barrios potentially could be fighting my boy Pacquiao. Now I don't know if you remember or if anybody else remember when my boy Pacquiao came back to fight my boy Ugos. He beat my boy Ugos beat the brakes off of him, like beating. Ooh, and my boy Mario Barrios had to come and beat the brakes off of Ugos for my boy Pacquiao. And now Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios is in talks and all that. How you see that?
Well, I really like that fight. I mean, for a couple of things, we can definitely see if Manny Pacquiao got anything left in the tank. You know, Manny Pacquiao always was an exciting boxer. He didn't walk away from the game on as low as low. Um, so I would like to see that fight. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so you know, how do I see it going? I don't know because we got to figure out if Manny Pacquiao has a heart or anything to fight. You know what I'm saying? To win.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Gotta
Um,
see if he still got that will inside him, the will to win, that burn, that urge.
right, right, right. Like and I hate to bring this up, but just like what Loma doing right now.
I knew you was going.
I mean, but it's the truth.
Yeah. Mm, yeah. Uh, so yeah, that might be. You know me. I'm gonna go with Mario Barrios anyway because I know a lot of fans gonna go for Pacquiao, and you know I like to go for the underdog anyway. What do I know? I'm just a tomato can. Man, it was so much. Yeah, it's so much going on in boxing that brother, like, oh Lord, you got and we got a lot of stuff happening in the future. Also, man, we got some boxing guests that's coming on. Uh, and what we gonna do? We gonna do a segment when they come on, and we just pretty much, they just talk boxing with us. It ain't gonna be per se an interview or nothing like that. We gonna get a pro boxing insight on some of the discussions that we already be having. Like when we just sitting here having our discussions, even when we have our prediction of a fight, we'll probably let them get a prediction too, and then just see how it match up and everything. You know what I'm saying? From them being a professional boxer and we being boxing fans slash little to no boxing. You know what I'm saying? Experience. So
Absolutely.
I think that'll be dope, man. We go. I'm just trying, but what I'm trying to do is line up a good bit, so once we start, we won't have a gap in between when the next one come on. That makes sense. Try to we get all that together. Oh, look at we live. I'm tripping. I'm talking like, but yeah. So I don't know. I don't have anything else really tonight. I think this was a great one. Unless you want to talk more boxing, you got more things. Uh, Tate got a fight announcement coming up soon. I guess we can talk about that a little bit. Who you think gonna be the announcement?
Man, I would really like to have heard a few people, but it looked like, one don't have the drive to fight. The other one looking like he trying to fight another top contender, which I don't mind that. But you ask and beg for something, and then when it was presented to you and they said, "Hey, it was heard that certain numbers came out, and it was heard that those numbers was agreed to very quickly."
Mm.
But then we see that this other fighter was going to fight somebody else. I thought something was up. Shakur. I thought something was up when I saw Shakur and Eddie Hearn because he is. Did he sign with Eddie Hearn recently?
I don't. I don't know if he signed or not yet. I still don't know. I personally don't know. I don't think so, but I think I'm no. I'm just gonna stop right there. I just don't know.
Okay. So what I noticed was that the Raya season, Bud Madrivo fight, you know, there was Shakur since side by side by Eddie Hearn. And
Hmm.
when Turkey Al Sheik came through as he was walking through, they both stood up and had a nice little conversation with him. Of course, wasn't mic'd up and we couldn't hear what was going on, but there was a conversation yawn. And then
Yeah,
we hear some stuff about a possible fight with him and William Cepeda.
yeah. And I think,
So
to be honest, oh my bad.
I'm about to say, and you give up a fight with Tank. I think the number was somewhere around about 6 to 8 million. I say that, and I say that it was agreed that yeah, we do that. However, it seems that it's more likely for him to fight William Cepeda right now. Now I know he's not getting that 6 to 8 million was William Cepeda. Ain't no way.
Not at all.
It's gonna be a good fight. I mean, it's gonna be a it could be a pay per view. I'm not mad if it's a pay per view. You know what I'm saying? I think boxing true boxing fans will watch that fight. You know what I'm saying? However, I don't see that being a top flight pay per view right now. Like we've always talked about, um, fighters fighting fights before the building up fights. Where it might take 2 3 fights for that fight to actually happen and be a good selling fight. And I'm just not sure if that Shakur Williams Cepeda fight lands more money than Shakur Tank right now.
So let me touch on that a little bit. You're right. But they was saying that how they was gonna have, and I didn't know we was gonna talk about this because I was gonna upload this too. Dang, I didn't know we was gonna talk about this. They was in the talks of having Bud versus Virgil, and Shakur versus Cepeda as the co-main event. So I think that that one could possibly sell pretty good. I ain't saying that he might make the money that he would, but I'm saying like I think that that'd be a good card because you know they're gonna throw probably my boy Keyshawn in there. Um, hell, it'd be great if they throw Keyshawn versus Andy Cruz up in that thing. You see what I'm saying? So. Um, I don't know what do I know of the Dominican, but yeah. So that is one thing to add to that, just to make it sound, like you just say, it's a pay per view. You wouldn't mind if it's a pay per view, and just having that triple head or that double header would be I feel like it'd be a good pay per view. But I'm just a Dominican.
Right, right.
Um, oh, I forgot about Emmanuel Navarrete. I forgot about him.
Who
Yeah, I
that?
don't know. Emmanuel Navarrete. Uh, yeah.
But he's at
I forgot.
135, right?
Yep, yep. Yep. Man, we might get him versus Tate or Raymond Mozzarella. He number 5. if Okay, let me try to go through the list. If Shakur gonna fight William Zepeda, then that's them two knocked out. Lomachenko said he quit for a minute. He tired. His coochie hurt. Uh, and then I think Raymond Mozzarella had a fight, and Dennis Burichek had a fight. I think I would have to go and look at.
That's what I want to see again.
Who that?
Baronchick. Yeah, Dennis Baronchick.
Oh yeah, he did just beat up. Yeah, he just had a fight. I'm sorry. He just fought. My boy. He beat up my boy. Emmanuel Navarrete. I forgot. So yeah, so I don't know. That could be in the talks because he was victorious on that. And it's rare that I ever saw Take. I don't know. I don't think I ever saw Take fight the loser to the fight. And not calling nobody no loser. I'm just saying.
I
I
would
don't
have
think
like
I.
to see. I would like to see Tank fight Dennis Bernanke.
Yeah,
Unify there. If nobody else wanted to fight him,
that's what I'm saying. And he was the winner. He was just the winner from him at Navarrete. So yeah, that'd be dope. You're right. He coming off of I forget they fight. I forget they fight. How did he fight in? Oh, he coming off of a split decision win with Navarrete. So I think that'll be great. I think that'll be good. I mean, I wouldn't be mad. Like you say with the Williams and Pater fight. It's Shakur. Hey, I'm gonna watch it, even though I would rather see Tank and Shakur. But with Shakur be coming out with all these excuses, he make me not want to watch him versus somebody that I wouldn't want to see him give an excuse to losing to, if that makes sense. And I want to see him. I want to see him at his best. I don't want nobody to say, "Oh, he was too young." I don't want nobody to say he was too inexperienced. I don't want nobody to say, um, you know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to say, "Oh, his hands was hurting," or "his hand was hurting." I don't want no excuses with him and Tank fight. I want them to have both be healthy and give their best and come in with their best. So, well, what do I know? I'm just a mid kid, but yeah, man. Lord, I didn't even know. Yoshino came up to them 135. What? Oh, is that where? My bad. That's where he fought my boy at. Yeah. I'm tripping. Yeah, that's where he fought. I forget it. Oh well, I'm smoking that crack. But yeah. So talk to me. What you say, man? You think that'll be a good one?
Which say that one more time? My bad, I'm a little distracted.
No, you good. You good. I was blabbering too at the same time, but I was just saying, that my boy Belichick would be a good one, um, and I piggyback off what you said, just like you said about Shakur versus Zepeda. Hey, the fight that we I want them to fight, but hey, it's a unification. Both of them will be a unification. I think that'd be great if they both unify and win. You feel me? Oh, I like that now that I'm thinking about it. Now that it's playing out in
That's
my
the
head, I
undisputed
love it.
fight.
That's an undisputed. You unify, you
But
unify.
that's what I was saying in the beginning. That's what I was saying. It was a couple shows, some shows ago, that I would rather see, since if Lomo don't want to fight, I would rather see Lomo and Shakur, Tank and Dennis Baranches, and then the
Oh
fight,
wait,
the winner
I'm
out of
sorry.
them two go
I'm sorry.
undisputed. Because Lomo still
Zepeda
got a
don't
belt.
have no belt. Zepeda
Yeah,
don't have no damn belt. He's
Zepeda
just
don't
number
got a belt.
one. Yeah, I'm tripping. He's just number one in every for every belt. He's the number one contender for every belt. For 4 belts. I'm tripping. My bad. I kept doing that too. But you're right. I feel you. That's why you were saying what you just said right now. My bad. What you say? You want to see Lomo and Shakur unify, and what
Yeah.
else?
Shakur and Lomo, Tank and Denise, and then the ultimate goal. You know what I'm saying? Undisputed.
I like
That's
that
what I would
too.
like from the beginning. But if Denise got a belt, you got a fight coming up.
So no. He don't have a fight coming up. But let me say this to you, brother. Watch this. I'm about to show you something crazy. Oh, what if? Okay, so we know that Williams Zepeda and Shakur is in talk, but Williams Zepeda is also, like we just said, he's number one for the WBC, he's number one for the WBA, he's number one for the IBF, and he's number one for the WBO. Now, Lomachenko, I feel like William Zepeda, the best move for him is doing Oscar De La Hoya. They're smart. If I know Oscar like I think I know Oscar, I would get my boy a belt. How would I get him a belt the easy way? Not easy as in, but I would get him a bargaining chip, a bargaining tool by challenging Lomachenko for his belt. You gotta fuck fight a hitchhike. You better have some time, or you gotta have to vacate that belt,
Right.
right? I want to accept this. I want to accept Lomachenko. You gonna fight me, or either you gonna give up that belt. Now
Right.
he got a bargain to chill. That's what I've been wanting to say too. Now, so that's why I was already looking at William Zepeda as a champion because I was like, man, that's all he got to do. Lomachenko, you don't want to fight? All right, give me that belt, bro. Hey, let me get that up out to you. Or either Zepeda and Keyshawn have to fight, but I think that because Keyshawn number 3 for that, and they'll probably fight for the vacant. They don't have nobody number 2, so they'll probably fight for the vacant. But then that'll throw off the Shakur versus Zepeda. So they gotta. I guess that's why they gotta. I know I'm blabbering, but speaking of Keyshawn Davis, he did seem mighty upset about homeboys on Twitter lately. He said, "F that bro shit." In one of his tweets just recently, he said, "F all that bro shit and F that," like how the hell I'm gonna say F and then still say shit? I don't get me sometimes. I don't like the curse, and then sometimes I miss it. But yeah, he did say that like F all that being cool. Hey, my mind went right to Shakur. It's only gonna be so long till Keyshawn be like, "Hey man, I got to try to be great too. Like I'm in your shadow with and you're being great, and I'm just in your shadow. I be in the either you got that fuck fight in tight, go up to 140, or I got to go up to 140, or we gotta fight eventually." But what do I know? I'm just a Dominican. Yeah, man, damn, that's a
Yeah,
lot of
man.
craziness. I tell you, it's a
A
lot of
lot of it's
crazy.
a lot of good fights that can be made, man. They just got to make them.
100,
It was Shakur being a free agent
100,
to make a lot of fights happen. If he really
100.
want a fight to happen, he can make a fight happen. Because he don't have a promoter blocking him right now. As far as we know, as far as I know, I'm just a fan. I'm not, I'm not on boxcomp.com every day, every second of the day. I don't keep up and be on people's social media pages all the time to see if they announce some stuff. So if somebody announced something and we didn't catch it, so be it. But
Yeah,
look, just like Tank when he came up from under Mayweather, he started taking fights that he knew would build his legacy, pay him,
yeah, yeah.
and he can have a belt. You know what I mean?
So then how was oh man, see that's what it's so crazy. So how would that go though, man? Bro, then you got Floyd Schofield. He number 2 for Tank Belt. Williams repeated number 1. And Floyd Schofield, Kid Austin, he number 2 for the WBA. So maybe, I think, to be honest, now that I'm looking at it, Williams and Peters, he's in control of the 135 on the next move or what happened, if that makes sense. But I'm just a tomato can now. He's in control right now. We got to wait to see what he gonna do before everybody else can do what they try to do. What you think?
Yeah. Say that'll work. That'll work right there, bro.
Wow, this about to be crazy. So
There's a
I
lot
don't
of good
know.
fights that we could keep going, man. But like I said, same thing with heavyweight. We got a lot of belts out there. We got a lot of champions that can unify in 135, 140, 140, 147, 154. It should be
Man,
some amazing boxing cards, some co-main events on cards. Like, let's get it. Let's come on, boxing world. We need these fans want to see some great boxing. Rider season is put on some great fights. PBC, let's see what we got. Um, you know, everybody else let's put on. Golden Boy Productions, GTD, we know y'all do y'all thing. When y'all come out, Mayweather Productions, you know, let's get it. And all the other production
110.
companies I haven't named. I know Errol Spence has one. I believe Shakur Stevens was probably developing one. I'm not really sure. But yeah, let's get this fight going.
Well, hey, so how you feeling, man? I think this was a success for the night, man. Before we start having any troubles, I like it. You know, I like this. Unless you got anything else you want to say, and then we'll put together another event or something and rock out again soon or whatever. You know. But what
I
do
do
I
want
know? I'm
to say,
looking. Huh?
right. I do want to say this one thing, man. I know we don't ask, but man, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Put this, share it, put this thing in the algorithm so y'all can see when we come in with new shows all the time. I know we probably been a little inconsistent, but we getting better and better all the time, y'all. Got some things in store for y'all, like we saying. We got some boxers, some amateurs, some pros on the come up, coming on the shows. So y'all be ready and be on the lookout because here we come. Like, comment, and subscribe.
I got a question for you before you go. One more. I'm sorry. The event that was going to be on in Savannah, Georgia. The event on Daphne Park. Or do you have any more details on that, or when it is, or how, or whatever, or who going to be fighting?
Oh, I don't, and that's this weekend too. So in Savannah, Georgia, there's a Guns Down, Gloves Up event going on this weekend at Daphne Park. It's going to be for the youth to get in. It's going to be a $300 prize. I can't remember the promoter right now, but definitely would love to see some stuff for the older adults, for the older men, and possibly women who want to get in the ring. Because I shared that event, and a lot of people wanted to participate, but once they learn it's for like 18 and under, they're gonna match them up real good. But it's a youth event. I'm gonna be out there. You know what I'm saying? All Boston broadcasts will be coming out and checking on that event. So y'all be
Yeah.
stay tuned for August the 17th. I think it's this
August
Saturday.
17th. Okay.
This
Okay.
Saturday, y'all
Uh,
stay tuned. We're gonna add more details to that in the future. We're gonna see if we get the promoter on to promote this event, and we're gonna keep it going. You know what I mean?
yeah. Can you go reach out? Cause I don't know him now. I don't know
Yeah,
who
yeah,
the.
yeah. I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna
It
reach
was
out.
a. It was another dude named. I just saw that, and I noticed that we were friends on Facebook. And I reached out to him a long time ago, and the only thing I asked him was he pro boxing. Was he did he turn pro? I think his name was Rasheem Diggins. And I think he said he has something coming up, and I don't know if that's the same event, but I saw it today. Just post he had, and I should have asked him, but I don't care. Just give him the shout out. Hey, we just talking about him, man. It's good enough for me. Like, and when we get the details ready, like you say, yeah, let's try to bring him on this week or something. Try to talk about it a little more, something like that. Let's try to bring somebody on, man, and just I love the positive things that they're doing for the neighborhood, man. Put them guns down, put them gloves up. You feel me? And all that
That's
good
right.
things. But what do I know? I'm just a tomato can, Paul. I mean, yeah, dang it, everything. Sure enough, if you want to, if you want to check us out, brother, that'd be great, great, great.
All right, Boston fans, y'all know what it is. It's trending up. Prince Tomato Can, all Boston broadcast, and we out of here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yo.